Groudon is more than just a powerful legendary Pokémon. It is the Pokémon said to have created continents, expanded the land, and ruled over the Earth itself. Today we are taking a closer look at Groudon, its story, its powers, its best moves, its primal form, and its role in Pokémon GO. Let's begin with the basics. Groudon is a legendary Pokémon from the Hoenn region, first introduced in Pokémon Ruby. It is a pure ground-type Pokémon, and it is known as the Continent Pokémon. Groudon has a powerful dinosaur-like design, with a massive body, sharp claws, white spikes, and red armor-like plates covering its back. Its appearance is meant to represent land, volcanoes, and the enormous force of nature. According to the Pokémon world's legends, Groudon created the continents and expanded the land by using its incredible power. This makes Groudon the natural rival of Kyogre. While Groudon represents land, Kyogre represents the sea. When these two legendary Pokémon awaken, they begin a battle that can threaten the entire world. Their conflict is one of the most important stories in the Hoenn region. But Groudon and Kyogre are not the only forces involved. Rayquaza, the legendary Pokémon that represents the sky, eventually descends to stop their battle. This creates one of the most famous legendary rivalries in the Pokémon series: Groudon, the land, Kyogre, the sea, and Rayquaza, the sky. Groudon's standard ability in the main series is Drought. When Groudon enters battle, it creates harsh sunlight. This strengthens fire-type moves and weakens water-type moves. That ability perfectly matches Groudon's identity as a Pokémon connected to heat, sunlight, volcanoes, and the land. Groudon can also undergo primal reversion. Primal reversion is not a normal evolution. Instead, it is a temporary transformation that restores Groudon's ancient power. In its primal form, Groudon becomes even more powerful and gains the fire typing alongside its ground typing. Its body becomes brighter, its markings glow with energy, and its attacks become much more destructive. Primal Groudon is associated with extremely harsh sunlight. In the main series, this makes water-type moves completely ineffective while the sunlight remains active. Pokémon GO handles abilities differently, but Primal Groudon still keeps the same basic identity, a powerful ground-type attacker with an additional fire-type role. Now let's talk about Groudon's battle style. Groudon is a physical powerhouse. It has enormous attack, excellent bulk, and access to some of the strongest ground-type moves in the game. Its most important ground-type move is Precipice Blades. Precipice Blades is Groudon's signature move, and it represents the enormous power of the Earth breaking apart beneath its opponent. In Pokémon GO, a ground-type moveset built around Mudshot and Precipice Blades is one of the most recognizable Groudon movesets. Mudshot provides fast energy generation, while Precipice Blades delivers heavy ground-type damage. Groudon can also use Fire Punch. Fire Punch is faster and requires less energy than many other charged moves. It gives Groudon useful fire-type coverage and can force opponents to protect themselves in trainer battles. This combination of ground-type pressure and fire-type coverage is one of the reasons Groudon has remained popular for so long. Of course, Groudon's moves can change in value depending on the game mode. In raids, you usually want to focus on consistent damage. In trainer battles, energy generation, shield pressure, and move timing become much more important. That means the best moveset for one situation may not be the best moveset for another. For Pokémon GO players, Groudon is especially valuable because ground-type attackers are useful against several important types. Ground-type attacks are super effective against fire, electric, poison, rock, and steel-type Pokémon. This gives Groudon a wide range of targets. It can be useful against powerful raid bosses, electric-type defenders, and many Pokémon that rely on steel or rock typing. Groudon is also a strong choice for Master League battles. Its high stats allow it to handle many powerful opponents, while Mudshot gives it fast access to charged moves. Fire Punch can create shield pressure, and Precipice Blades can deal enormous damage when it connects. However, Groudon is not unstoppable. As a pure ground-type Pokémon, it is weak to water, grass, and ice-type attacks. This is important to remember both when using Groudon and when battling against it. If you are fighting Groudon in a raid, strong water, grass, and ice-type attackers are usually the best choices. If Groudon has a Fire-type charged move, Ice-type Pokémon may take heavy damage, so you should always check the moveset before choosing your entire raid team. Now let's return to Primal Groudon. In Pokémon GO, Primal Groudon is not simply a stronger version for collection purposes. It is also an important source of primal energy and a powerful attacker for raids. Primal Reversion temporarily transforms Groudon and gives it much higher battle potential. It can also provide useful bonuses while active, depending on the Pokémon types and game systems involved. If you have enough primal energy, Primal Groudon can be one of the most valuable legendary Pokémon to build. It is especially useful for players who want a strong ground-type attacker and a powerful fire-type option in the same Pokémon. However, building a primal Pokémon takes resources. You need Groudon Candy, XL Candy if you want to reach higher levels, Stardust, and Primal Energy. That means you should think carefully before spending rare resources. Before powering up a Groudon, check its appraisal, individual values, level, and moves. If you are building it for raids, prioritize a strong ground-type moveset. If you are building it for Master League, consider how its fast move and charged moves work together. And before using an elite charged TM, always check whether the move is available through a current event or another method. Legacy and event moves can sometimes return, so using an elite TM should be a decision you make carefully. There is also the question of the shiny version. Shiny Groudon has a very different appearance from the standard form. Instead of its usual red color, shiny Groudon has a striking golden-yellow body with darker contrasting details. Because Groudon is a legendary Pokémon, shiny encounters are usually limited to special opportunities, such as raids or events. If you encounter a shiny Groudon, remember that its color is guaranteed to remain shiny after catching it. Whether you keep it as a trophy, use it in battle, or build a primal shiny Groudon is completely up to you. So, what makes Groudon special? It's not only its high attack, it's the combination of power, story, versatility, and visual identity. Groudon represents the land itself. It is connected to volcanoes, sunlight, ancient energy, and the creation of continents. In battle, it can attack with the force of the earth, pressure opponents with Fire Punch, and transform into Primal Groudon to reveal its ancient power. For Pokémon GO players, Groudon is worth preparing for whenever it returns to raids. Try to catch a strong one, look for a useful moveset, and save enough resources if you plan to build its primal form. But remember, you do not need a perfect Groudon to enjoy using it. A well-built Groudon with the correct moves can already be extremely useful. Choose the moves that match your goal, whether that's raids, trainer battles, collection, or simply having one of Hoenn's greatest legendary Pokémon on your team. Groudon is the power of the land. Kyogre rules the sea. Rayquaza controls the sky, and when these three forces collide, the entire Pokémon world feels the impact. Which version of Groudon do you prefer? Regular Groudon, Primal Groudon, or Shiny Groudon? Let me know in the comments. And if you are preparing for Groudon raids, make sure to check your counters, your movesets, and your available resources before the battle begins. Good luck, and I'll see you in the next video.